Surprise!
Surprise!
Hello, everyone. Whoo, what an amazing live stream this is going to be because we have great news for you guys. Yeah, this is our news. Well, we hope that's what little Joshua's feet look like when he's born. So we're having a baby. Right, baby?
Yes. I don't know what does it mean. We don't have yet. Yeah.
Yes. So explain, honey, why are we announcing that we're having a baby before you're pregnant? To hit it right out of the gate. By the way, while Anna's thinking how she's going to reply to that, please take the poll. There's a poll you'll see in the comments right now. And the question is, are you 50 years of age or over and want to have a baby with your future Ukrainian wife? That's the poll on the table. Right now it's 57% no and 43% yes. So it looks like it's a draw right now. But we want to encourage you guys. Oh, first of all, we want to share our exciting news with you, but we also want this live stream to be an encouragement for you guys that maybe have the same dream. Maybe you're like myself, have never had your own biological children. We have our own two wonderful daughters from Anya, but I've never had my own biological children. And it was always my life's dream since I was 20. So we want to be an inspiration to you guys that are maybe wondering, is it possible for you? Or maybe not. Has the window closed for you, depending on your age? Or is there still some opportunity? Is the window still open a little bit? So, honey, why are we announcing that we're having a baby before you're pregnant?
Because we have very nice, supportive, spiritual audience, and we are very grateful for you. We see when war started, we was like so many people from our channel was wishing us to be safe, sending our, your love to us. And we feel like we were so blessed, everything like happened to us in the right timing. We left Ukraine in the right timing. And then like we have a very smooth, trip. And we just want to like, we believe that we create our future with visualization, with a good, positive picture. And we want to ask your help to, pray for us and help us visualize that it will happen because we start, to make steps towards it. And hopefully it will happen pretty soon.
Thanks, Juan. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'll just chime in and say, yeah, exactly. What Anya said is that, first of all, we believe in the power of prayer, first and foremost. And that's why we're kind of pre-announcing it. And for you believers out there that want to pray for us, we greatly appreciate it, because the Bible says that, when two or more are gathered and pray, he hears our prayers. And there is a big, power to prayer. He hears our prayers. And let's tell about our journey, honey. We have not rehearsed this. We just literally changed the thumbnail last night and said, okay, let's tell the world. By the way, everybody is finding out at the same time, including Anna's family, because Anna's mom religiously watches Anna's live stream. And this is her.
Without English, yeah.
Yeah, without English. She's always watching Anna's live stream. Oh, what did you say there? Because you had a tear, or you look so emotional, or Joseph looked like this. What did you say?
Now she will ask my picture of baby. What's going on, guys?
Thanks, Donovan. Thanks, brother. Because in reality, the tradition in Ukraine, and generally the worldwide tradition, is couples don't announce that you're pregnant until even after the, spontaneous miscarriage danger zone, which is 4 to 6 weeks or something like that, before most people will announce, to their family that they're married. We're announcing it just on the intent. And a little bit more than intent, and we will share that with you in just a moment. There's more than just intent here. we believe we're really close, and we'll share that with you.
But most Ukrainian women would not support this idea.
Right,
Yeah,
thanks.
to tell
Thanks.
out loud to the world about such a news. So, okay,
Yeah,
I'm not normal.
Yeah, you're not normal. You're, I agree. You're very not typical Ukrainian woman. So, honey, explain to everybody. Hey, Gregory. Hello, hello. Guy next door. Hello, hello. Honey, explain what the tradition is in Ukraine around pregnancy, or no, around talking about something good that could happen, that you want to happen before it happens. Talk about that tradition.
It's about having good job, when you pass interview, having baby, any good thing, your goal, or, something that you do steps, you keep everything quiet, don't share with nobody, because people believe that when you keep it quietly, it's more chance that you will achieve it, successfully, your desire. Compared to when you share, maybe somebody will be jealous, or I don't know what in their mind, why they don't want to share. It's personal, like fears, about being not achieved what you want, so they prefer to keep it quiet.
And I can add on top of that, honey, that in fact, because I've encountered this a lot in Ukraine, because I believe the opposite. So with any friend or acquaintance I've had in Ukraine over 6 years, this topic often comes up, and they say, no, you can't talk about it before it happens. You will jinx it. It's like a superstition that you will actually jinx it. You know what jinx means, honey? You will some kind of almost like a witchcrafty thing. You will jinx it, not to happen, right? So we're very much doing the opposite. And again, the power of prayer is definitely the most important reason, and we welcome your guys' prayer if you want to pray for us as we go through this process. We'll explain in a moment.
I can tell that when I lived in Kiev, and I was like, it was my personal development, different stages of my, having different courses and things like that. I remember when we was playing cash flow game, and it's a big table with a lot of Ukrainian people, and everybody should loudly announce their dream, because it's our goal to achieve, in the game. And it was very difficult for Ukrainian people. I remember it was like, really, I cannot keep it quiet. No, you should give it a number, your dream costs something, it was like, oh, really? And then, but I mean, this game was very like, life-changing for me and for many people who was there, because they would see how, like it's a mini game, but it's a illustration or, model of what's going on in your life, and you announce when all your team support and help you to achieve your dream. And also, it's like a collaboration between people and many. I just want to add something.
While you're thinking, honey, this is Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow game from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Another huge, not normal thing of my Anya's the only person I ever met in Ukraine, seriously, to this day, that had read or even knows about Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, or has played the game Cash Flow, which is all about building wealth through real estate, through passive income. Right?
Mostly. You can have active income, but okay.
Anyway,
I remember. I want to add. I remember what on this way, on this road, to achieving your dream in a game. We have incredible teacher. It's like my mentor. I call him, and we will stop and celebrate every stage that make us closer to our dream. We was like, out loud, and this basic behavior in a game, it's influence. All of us, at the table, how we live and perceive, our events. So I'm pretty sure all these people who play this cash flow, they, behave very differently from most Ukrainian people. They keep it quietly.
Absolutely. So we want to tell you a really funny, cool story. So this is a picture when we were in the clinic. Okay. Can you guys hear us with the picture there? So look at Lizinka there, our 4-year-old. She's celebrating, and it's so funny. We're gonna tell you the story. There's pictures of babies all over the clinic walls, right? And she knows we're there to get a brother, right? Because we want a boy.
She asked, if we come to shopping for a brother.
Okay, you tell the story, honey.
Yeah, and she said, "Oh, they're so cute. I can choose any baby from the wall. I want this. Oh no, I want this. I want twins." And she was changing her mind, yeah, every second. And then we was there for quite a bit of time. And then when we was going to leave clinic, she was so sad. She said, "And where is our brother? Why we didn't pick up a brother?"
Доченька, Лизенька, иди сюда, пожалуйста. She will come out. We'll ask her a few questions about this. It's so cute. Hello, there's our beauty.
Come.
Come, say hello.
Say hello.
No, are you shy now? She got special makeup on and she's ready. We said, "You want to go on YouTube?" She said, yes. Maybe now she got shy. Okay.
Maybe later.
Maybe later she'll come up. Doshinka, you want to come and say hi on YouTube? Show everyone how beautiful you are today. It was so funny because and then when we went back to the clinic for the last time, she says, "Oh, are you going to get brother now?" You're going to get brother. It's like,
now you go. Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So cute. So cute. So back to you guys and this poll. Please, if you're just joining us and you haven't filled out the poll, there's a live poll right now. Are you age 50? Are you a man age 50 or more and wanting to have a baby with your future Ukrainian wife? Please vote yes or no, and we'll share with you the results at the end. But I know for doing coaching and owning Match Guarantee for 6 years, I know there's a lot of you that have the same dream as I do. And Anna, but Anna had 2 children before.
I want to add about Ukrainian people.
Okay.
Remember the Independence Day?
Can I just finish?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I know. Hold on to that thought. Mm-hmm. So the intent of this live stream is for you to share your heartfelt but serious questions, right? How late is too late? How old is too late? I know you guys have that question. And any other questions that you have, but I will address that specific question. And also, if you want to be successful at this goal of having a child with your future Ukrainian wife, how do you go about it? We'll be addressing that in this live stream too. Sorry, Vic, I just want to say
the year when we met, you was on celebration of Independence Day of Ukraine, and you sent me beautiful pictures. All Krещатик main street in Kiev was filled out with the dream boards. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Ukraine changing, especially young generation. They become more open about dreaming. It's more like Western style, of thinking. But maybe more older generation, they're more about superstitious, things like that.
So guys, just so you know, all of Krещатик, the main street in Maidan center of Kiev, mm-hmm. The whole street was closed down, and there was dream boards plastered covering the whole street for maybe, half a kilometer of dream boards. And I took pictures.
People bring their own dream board.
Yeah, they bring their dream board and they put it down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very progressive personal development belief. Right. So Ukraine is getting a lot more positive, and it's really growing. It's developing. Just want to share with you the other reason first, the other reason why we're sharing this with you now. According to the law of attraction, which it's talked about in the movie and the book, The Secret, right? According to the law of attraction, the more that you share your dreams with people that you know, put the word out and share it, it picks up energy. It picks up probability of happening because it gains this energy, right? And people support you. They rally behind you. And there's scientific proof, and it's in the book, The Secret, that actually is what happens. You increase the chances of it happening, basically. Mm-hmm. So I like the part in the movie, The Secret, where they hook up the athlete to all of the heart monitors, all his nerve, hook him up to the brain impulses and stuff like that. And they just tell him, okay, imagine, and he's a marathon runner, okay, a real marathon runner. And they tell him, okay, imagine now that you're running a marathon and you start here and you imagine it. And they record all his impulses, all his nervous system, including his heart and stuff like that. And then they hook him up to the same system on a Holter monitor on his, tied to his waist, when he's actually running a marathon. And then they compare the two side by side. It's the same. It's the same, which is scientific conclusive proof that your brain, your subconscious brain, doesn't know the difference from when you're imagining to reality. Isn't that super cool? So that's why the power of intent, the power of your imagination and your belief in yourself and what you want and what you dream of is super important to it actually being realized. So what do you guys think? Yeah, visualizations, Jack. Exactly. Visualization, very, very powerful. Dream boarding, very powerful. Along the same law of attraction thought. Yeah. What do you guys think? Please write in comments. Yeah, Bill, better late than never. Exactly. Definitely I'm late to the rodeo, but better late than never. And any questions that you guys have, please write in comments. What is your age, Gregory? To make, I wonder if I'm older than you, in which case I would be crazy by your definition. And hey, no offense taken. It's not the first time I've been called crazy. Actually, we talk in the house all the time. In Ukraine, there's this expression, are you normal? How do you say it in Ukrainian?
Ты нормальный.
And every Ukrainian says that, it's like, what are you doing? It's kind of like the equivalent in English is, what are you talking about? Probably. But are you normal? And I always say, no, Papa's not normal. So in fact, I never wanted to be normal. I've never been normal. To me, normal is boring. Sounds like The Matrix. My favorite movie. One of my favorite movies. Yeah. So how's the vote coming along? 55% no, 55% no. So it's still split. So what are we going to talk about next? Any questions, guys? What do you want to talk about next?
To talk about details
on this topic. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about details. So our personal journey. I mean, basically, Anya and I have been practicing because we heard practice makes perfect, but apparently I haven't figured it out yet after 2 years of marriage. But we've been practicing the whole time we've been married, because we've both wanted another child, to add one more child to the mix. And we haven't gotten it. So we decided enough's enough, and to
Breaking Bad, it's enough.
To seek. Oh yeah, we broke the bed. Last week we broke the bed.
Enough.
That was it. We said, okay. Obviously, can't get it right. We broke the bed. Gregory. Okay, Gregory's 57. Guess what, Gregory? You're 1 year older than me. I'm 56. And for the record, I'm 56 and Anna is, how old are you?
36.
36, because gentleman never tells a lady's age. If she chooses to disclose, that's her. So we have a 20-year age gap. And yeah, at 56, I'm going to be a dad soon. Well, fingers crossed. We pray.
You're ready.
So by Gregory's definition, I am shumishechi, crazy. Like I said, not the first time I've been. But Gregory, when you study and you ask people on their deathbed, like you go to geriatric center, and there's a lot of people have done this, a lot of studies on this, a lot of people, Jorge is 52. All right. 52 years young. Well, when they ask people that are on their deathbed, what would you do differently? Are you happy with your life? Would you do anything differently? And they pretty much all say that regret is the most painful thing, because they're at the end. They can't go back. They can't dial it back and change anything. And they talk about what they regret. And they say that of all of the experiences and the emotions they've had in their life, regret now at the end is the hardest thing to deal with. And guess what they regret? Do they regret making more money? Never. Whether you've got $10 in the bank, 100,000 or 100 million. They don't talk about money. They never talk. Never. What do they talk? They talk about, I wish I had more relationships. I wish I had more friendships. I wish I had more love in my life. I wish I had children. You know, that's a big regret of people that don't have their own children. And I knew this, I've known this for a long time, and I didn't want to have that regret, you know, of not holding my new. I mean, I'm totally in love with my two girls right now. And that's one thing Anya knows, that if it's not our destiny to have a child now, then I'm totally fulfilled. That said, having my own newborn in my hands for the first time, I mean, that experience is priceless, right? And I don't want to have that regret. So we've talked about it since fairly early in our relationship, hey, babe?
Mm-hmm.
And Anya knew it was my heart's desire, and she said, yeah, okay. So we tried the natural way, and okay, back to the story. So back to Odessa. So in Odessa, we were going through the process. We were already in this process for about 6 months. And then we had to flee because of the war. And we got out a week before the war started, but I just felt really strong. I believe the good Lord led us and my family out of Ukraine because I felt this real nagging sense of urgency. Joe, you got to go. You got to go. I told Anya that, and we planned and we left. And a week later, about 6 days later, I think it was, the bombing started on February 24th. But we had to abandon our process. So we were going through IVF. We were just about to start the IVF in vitro process. And so that was really made it hard. It made it really, really hard to abandon not only our home, free and clear, right on the Black Sea, you know, our car, all our earthly possessions, and just pack a light suitcase or two and get in the car and drive out, and then leave our car and fly out. So it wasn't the material things that was the hardest on me. It was that, to me, like, I left my dream behind, you know, and that was hard. That was hard. So we looked into it down here, since we're living in Cancun, Mexico, and we found a clinic that is top notch. I mean, 80% of their clients are Americans and Canadians, actually, so they cater to foreigners. They have a 67% success rate on the first try, on the first in vitro. So I guess technically, according to science, we have a 67% chance of having a baby on the first go. And Anya won't even talk about not being successful, which is awesome. And I respect you for that, baby. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, if we're living in faith, that's not even an option, right? We're planning on, being successful. So, questions. Everybody's like quite silent. Quite silent.
Everybody's shocked.
How's the survey? 58% no, and how many votes so far? Go ahead, love. Why don't you say something? Okay, she's a bit shy. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I'll look at the poll while you tell something, honey. Okay. Mm-hmm. So 26 votes. Oh, that's good. 26 of you guys have voted already. 42% yes, that you're age 50 or more and you want to have a baby with your future Ukrainian wife. So let's talk about it, honey. With a 20-year age gap, let me ask you some heart. Yeah, you know that look. She's like, I know that look on my Joseph. When did you first do the math? That when our baby is 10 years of age, I will be, let's see, what, 68?
I never do this. I'm stupid little bit.
Okay. You never did. Okay, well, let's do it. When the baby's 10, I'll be 68 years young. How does that make you feel?
Why 68? 67.
Takes about a year to have a baby, honey, give or take.
Yeah, but
I'll be 68, love you. I've done the math. Okay, so how does that land on you since you're thinking about it for the first time? Okay, that's...
I prefer.
You can see this is not rehearsed, right, guys? So how does that land on you? How do you feel about that?
You know, I think that it's not about age. It's about how much energy you have. You know, like guy, if he can be younger, like I don't know, 45 years old, but he already can feel himself like a grandfather. You know, having very low energy. You know, of course, there is no question of having child don't come up. You know.
Guy next door says I can live to 90.
I showed recently Joseph, Tibet monarch who is 176 years old. Yeah.
176, guys. Tibetan.
Yeah, Tibetan. Yeah.
But he looks mummified. I gotta say, when you see he looks like a mummy. He's just alive.
Just I don't want to live so long.
I said I don't want to live to 176. Please, God,
so much.
Take me.
I was even more
Take me before
optimistic about 176.
Here's a comment. So 56 is not really that old. Well, thanks, the guy next door. Here in Norway, 70 is not even old. Yeah, but old for what? To live, or old to be a father? a new father, right? No, let's face it, guys. Come on, let's call a spade a spade. 56 is prehistoric to be a new dad. Okay, listen, let's come down to reality. I mean, appreciate the vote of confidence. But no, the reality is it's really late in life, right? The reality is in Canada or America, that window's long ago shut at age 56, right? That window is shut. So honey, back to you. How can you share? Guys are wondering, what does the lady think? How do you feel having a child with me when the baby, I mean, still kind of okay. When the 10-year-old is 10, I will be 68. How do you feel about that?
Okay. When boy will be, your girl will be 20, you will be
78.
78. It's okay. I mean, I think the main things value you already will, set up by age like 13, and then it will be all, we don't need to, live all life controlling the children, the basic values. Everything will be out there already by age of 13. I mean, it's not something that's scaring me. Just because I talk about you, like, I know that you will be, with this baby like this, walking around, spend time, and will be so big joy.
I'll be Mr. Mom.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I know it will be, it will make our couple even more happy than we are now. We're top happy now, but it will be even more, So, I mean, if guys say at 55, I don't want more children, it's fair, and it's not right for him to go for it if, even a lady wants, because it's a lot of energy, and honestly, I told you that I feel only now I'm ready for, maybe it didn't happen before because I didn't feel that I was, it's a lot of energy, And the difference between Arina and Elizabeth, 5 years old. So I see my personal resource is like, I don't know how I would handle if I have one baby born next year, another child, it's like, it's super difficult.
You needed 5 years to restore yourself.
Yeah, I need at least 5 years to restore, to make it more easy than, now girls, they are waiting, they're very excited, they want to be like mothers, babysitting the boy too. So it's a help and it's excitement for them. And they are very, enough adult to, they can eat, they can, wash themselves, so it's much easier. I can be focused on small baby because he needs, much more attention than they need right now. So and and plus you I know that you will be dissolving in this baby. So I mean, when it's meets the picture in your mind that everything work out, well.
Let me ask you another
Okay.
question.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Question.
Listen, we all know
Uh-oh.
that safety and security is the number one need especially for Slavic women. Is love and safety and security, and number one and number two needs of every woman. But Slavic women, they're predominantly safety and security first. If you can't make them feel safe and secure whilst dating, even from the first date, if she finds out you're, just not a good provider, there's a good chance you won't get a second date. Then she will date you and fall in love with you. That's how it works with a Slavic woman. In the West, girls will date you because you're a stud. You're handsome, and they don't care about your financial status, right? Because love is very important to them. Love and lust, yeah. So let me ask you, how...
In the West?
In the West, yes. It's a newsflash to you.
Yeah, just watch a Netflix show, and there is woman from the beginning say, two women actually. One say, you make big money, and another said, material status for me number one, and then love. So,
yes, we're watching the Love is Blind Netflix series. Are you guys watching that? It's
another one, but also I want to find it. I want to understand what's going on in the Western world. So that's why I watch it, to get.
Yeah, well, not everybody, right? Not everybody. When you generalize, it's not everybody. It's that bell curve in the middle. It's the main meat, the main meat of the bell curve, or the main middle part of the bell curve we're talking about. Anyway, so the question is, how do you feel? Me being age 57, and child will be 10. I'll be 68. How do you feel in terms of safety and security, that I'm still able to provide safety and security for you, the children, the family, to be comfortable? Again, guys, this is not rehearsed at all.
Normal.
And
I feel okay. I feel normal. I don't have doubts or fears about this. If I would have, maybe I wouldn't go for that.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you have doubts or fears? Why do you think, honey?
Why? Because what, you want to share everything or what?
Honey, our live stream style is to be raw and real. So you guys are getting it raw and real. The reason I'm asking this question, Levy, is because am I not right in saying that if a lady is going to turn a gentleman down, we now have 28 votes, and roughly almost half, or 43% of guys, 43% of 28 guys right now voting are like me. They're over 50 and they want to have a baby with their future Ukrainian wife, right? So that's about 13 guys right now, 13 guys watching live, and there will be hundreds after live are in the same boat, and they're wanting to know, okay, how did Joe pull it off? What are the risk factors? What are the fear factors for the wife, right? What are the fear factors? Because at the end of the day, people don't do generally what they're afraid of. You have to overcome that fear somehow, or there's no action. We don't, as a human being, generally march into our fears. We cowered away from our fears. That's most people. So if she's afraid, like, okay, the guy's too old to provide safety and security because he's 68, let's face it. He's a senior citizen when the kid is 10. How is he going to provide? So I'm asking you, is that a big reason why a lot of women would not want to do it? I'm just asking you.
Me?
Not you, but generally, Ukrainian women or women. Mm-hmm. Is that a big fear that they would have?
Maybe,
Da Kanishna, honey, not maybe.
Because,
of course. Because the guy's 68. Who makes a good living at 68? I mean, and what if he's not around? Let's talk about that. What if he dies at 68? Then who's going to provide? Are these questions in the lady's mind?
Like, we have couple here, 20 years age gap, and now she stay alone. He
died
from COVID. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's very difficult for her.
Don in Las Vegas died at age 63 from COVID, and he left his widower behind, and they have a little baby boy. They have a boy that has medical issues, who's age, I think, 6 now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
So
difficult life now for her. Yeah.
at 63,
I mean, I don't
it
think
happened.
she would think about, it's possible. He did a lot of, like he was doing sport and look healthy and, eat healthy. And, it was completely unexpected for her. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you never
Yeah.
think, and you don't want to think about
Yeah.
this, especially if you're in such a big love, you don't want to think about it. It will.
Yeah. They had a great marriage. They were married 10 years. They had what was their age gap? 20.
20.
Yeah, 20-year age gap. But anyway, honey, okay, so that's very sad for them. Okay, so you agree that it is a fear factor, a big, probably the number one fear factor for Ukrainian women to have a child with you. 13 guys watching right now that are in the same boat as me, over 50, and want to have a baby with your Ukrainian wife, your future Ukrainian wife. So how to overcome this? What can a guy do to overcome this? And what kind of guy is going to overcome this fear? And what kind of guy is not probably going to be able to overcome this fear? Let's talk about this.
You should give advice.
No, no, it's your fear. It's the Ukrainian woman's fear. It's better to hear from you. How can the guy overcome it versus who's going to be successful at overcoming this fear and who's not going to be probably successful overcoming this fear? Because if this fear is not overcome, guess what? You're not going to have a baby most likely with her.
You mean if guy not rich, he can have no chance?
I didn't say rich. I said ability to provide safety and security. Right? That doesn't mean rich.
I don't know where you hide your
my gold bullion.
Gold. I still don't know. But it's not the way how you, work out with me. Yeah. So I don't know. For me, it's. We have one more baby actually, and it's much guarantee baby. I don't know that it's my passion and my love, and I will continue. Grow this baby, and it's also kind of safe and security for me. Yeah, that I'm not struggle with having 3 kids and I don't know go somewhere in supermarket to work as a cashier. Yeah. Making living for just to buy food or something, at a surviving level. No, I have what I'm passionate about to do, and it's such a beautiful dream work, that I was always dream about, making couples. When I share with my family photos of our weddings, and my mother all the time like, oh, it's worth it what you do. She's so happy. They all like, oh, and tell more about this couple and this couple, that how they meet, how long they was communicating, or something like this. Yeah,
since you're talking about it, let's announce this. We have a new couple. Here they are. Ooh la la. Where's the other photo? They got married in Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah, Gary and Veronica, and they've been dating a little over 2 years. So they're newly married. And we have another. Okay, I'll just announce them just because you mentioned it. So, honey, I want to thank you because, for talking about what you just said. Because the reality is, let's put up Juan's question again. Because you basically answered Juan's question. And to answer the question, the reason Anna feels safe and secure, even if, as Juan's question is, nobody knows when we go, right? Nobody knows when we go. We've had friends since Anna and I have been together in the 30s that have passed away, right? And now with the war in Ukraine, well, even more younger people passing away. None of us know. But of course, that's a bit of an excuse too, because probability-wise, the older we get, the closer we are to passing, right? So the truth is, because I birthed my own baby called Guaranty 6 years ago, and it's now our baby, and it's Anna's work passion. She's passionate about it. She's more passionate about Match Guarantee than I am. And I started it out of a passion to help men overcome the obstacles that I had when I had to go it alone, come to Ukraine and, tread the shark-infested waters. So I'm passing this baby along to Anya, and Match Guarantee will be hers if I happen to go first, And so this is safety and security, right? And if I didn't have something, either that or a big ass bank account to provide lots of gold bullion to provide safety and security, I think things would be different, right? She would be feeling, okay, what? Yeah, you're going to be 68 when the boy or the girl is 10. What then, honey?
It depends also on, of course, everything starts from love, and when you love man, you want to have,
Mm-hmm.
child together, yeah. But then it's also about how many children she has.
Mm-hmm.
If she doesn't have any children, of course, she will be at the top motivation to have. She don't care about safety and security. It's only one child, only one chance. If she has one child, it's more easy, yeah, if she has one. So it will be second child. It's like, kind of normal, yeah, amount children. But in my case, it's already will be third child. It's like big family, big family. So, and if lady has 3 children and one more child, it's like, oh my God, So this, fear factor will be increased with each child.
Yeah. And it's a great second point. So for you guys wanting to have a child with your future Ukrainian wife, okay, the first point, let's move on to the point you just talked about. You have better chances if you choose somebody that is not a single mom or has one child. Yeah. I mean, it took some, it took some time before Anya was ready to have a third. I mean, it's a big family in Ukraine, a very big family in Ukraine. Most people have one. Whereas if she hadn't had any children before, she would be a lot more motivated just because of that biological clock, that motherly instinct to reproduce, that God-given, instinct that's built into every woman is to reproduce. So stack.
You date 25 years old girl, who was ready immediately to baby born you, not one child even.
Honey, what are you doing? Okay, on my journey, I dated a few too young, really too young. Yeah, 25 plus year age gap. And okay, what do you want me to say about that?
I say she doesn't have children, so she was ready at this time.
No, she had children.
She had children. Okay, then maybe it's another, no?
No, it's just for the proof, guys, that there are women out there that really want to have a big family, are okay with having, want to have children, more than one, more than two. It's just that to stack the deck for your success, if you're over 50, it's probably better that you meet a lady that's in her upper 30s. Okay, so going to be a little bit more challenging. You might have to do in vitro, but she's never had a child and she is chomping at the bit. She's burning to pop one out, so that's your best bet, probability wise, right? Just saying. Let me close the kids' door. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Star of show left. I can see what I see, right?
So beautiful. Look
Oh,
who decided to come say hi.
Hi.
Привет. Say hello to everyone.
They're no people.
Georgia, I want to ask you a question. When do you think your brother is coming home?
Don't know.
When?
You don't know. When do you want your brother to come home?
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Wow, that would be a trick. That would be a trick. Are you excited? Yeah.
Huh?
Do you remember this picture? Let's show her the picture. Do you remember this picture? You were happy when you found out you're gonna have a little brother, yeah? Yeah, you were so happy.
Mhm. You will
Oh,
be you will be
you're a good child.
babysitter. Yes.
Arena, want to come and say hello?
It's you will be
Arena,
baby
chat.
born. It will be baby born yours.
Hello. So, what do you think about your future little brother? Oh, one goes under the table.
Okay. Mhm.
He's feeling a little under the weather right now.
Mhm.
What do you think about your future little brother?
Mm,
Or do you want a sister?
brother.
Why you want a brother?
Mm, because.
Because why?
Because.
No, because it's not an answer. Because why?
It's answer.
No, it's not an answer.
Okay, for you it's not, but it's my answer.
What do you think, guys? Is because an answer? Well, write in comments since we have a little quarrel. Yes or no? Because it's an answer? Yes or no? Please, we'll see who writes. Please don't touch it. We'll see who writes. Yes or no, guys? Because it's an answer? Yes or no? We'll wait for.
Okay. Tell something. You want?
Mm,
You want?
I
Yes! Stephen says yes. Okay, you're
Okay,
out.
Steven.
Saved by Stephen. You want to say or no? Okay, you're eating. Okay. Bye bye. Okay, saved by Stephen. Okay. Okay. So, where were we? About how to be successful, right? So, how's the poll doing? 31 votes and 42% yes, and 58% no. So, any questions, guys? Any questions? Beautiful unicorn. Yes, very beautiful unicorn.
Unicorn. Yeah. There is this makeup with sparkling too.
So
Yes,
let's
how-
talk about this. You know, guys, I'll just share that when I came to Ukraine, I was 50. And even at 50, that's why I wrote 50 in the question, because I was 50 when I first came to Ukraine. And I really wanted to have a family. And I always said I can absolutely love, children of another, donor, another with another DNA. What's the look? But I would love to have my own. And so
Father is not who is biological. It's those who spend your energy, time, and love and care on child.
exactly. No argument there, babe. We agree. Did I say something that didn't agree with that? So I'm just saying, in Canada, I knew at age 50, my window of opportunity, it had closed. I mean, that window was not ajar. It was closed. That's just the reality of it. And so I just want to also encourage you guys, affirm that, yeah, while that window is closed, that from age 50 onwards, from you, and when I say closed, I mean, okay, you have a very tiny probability of meeting a woman that would have a child with you in America, Canada, in the Western world at age 50. But the reality is, for a number of reasons, Ukrainian women are open to it. Number one, children, they call in Ukraine the flowers of earth, or the flowers of life. Yeah,
Life.
the life, yeah, the flowers of life. And Ukrainian culture being so traditional, it's all about family. So they would love to have a bigger family if they can afford one. If you're barely able to put food on the table, for example, most people in Ukraine own their own flat. So I was going to say, if you're barely able to pay the rent, but most people don't have rent in Ukraine. But if you're barely able to earn a living, okay, then no, probably she's not going to want to have a further family with you. 1 second.
Yeah, in most cases, it's just a question about if women think if we can afford, because, you just think about university later and, giving, good education to children. Yeah, it's a big part of it. So in most cases, it's about, even if you want more, you just think, oh, it's too much financially, will be big financial pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would argue you probably won't be able to get a Ukrainian woman if you can, if you can yourself. The man can barely pay his own rent. Yeah, you won't be able to even catch her for marriage, period, let alone have a child. Yeah, the financial capability, it's a serious part of whether you can pull this off. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When I came to Ukraine, I was honestly very shocked. I was shocked at the number of women that are open and wanting to have, children with a 15, 20,
With you?
20-year age gap. No, me, honey.
Okay.
No, come on.
Yeah, super
No,
baby.
just other guys that I knew, because I know other success stories. And just because it's not even possible in the West. So I want to encourage you guys, if you play your cards right, if you make sure that you're ready for this and you're able to be a secure, protector and provider for her and the family, yeah, you have absolutely a shot at this. I will say recently we had a guy that approached us and he talked to our administrator. And us guys in the West, we tell all. And so he's talking to our 21-year-old Deanna. Maybe some of you have spoken to her. And he's saying, listen, I don't know. Tell me, Deanna, what's your name, Deanna? Tell me, I'm 63 and I still want to have a baby. Am I dreaming? And Deanna's like, sorry, I'm administrator. You need to talk to a coach. I can't answer such questions. But I want to talk about this number since it just happened last week and he has a coaching call booked for the end of May. 63 is getting up there. What do you think, baby? What's your opinion? If the guy is 63, this is his life's passion. Because that is this specific guy. He's never been married, never had children, and that's his life's passion and goal is to have his own family. What do you think? What would you say to him?
Miracles happen.
Miracles happen. Okay. So you see how positive my honey is.
What is miracle more?
Okay,
Then
there you go.
reality.
A bit of pragmatism there. Yeah, it's possible, I suppose,
now
but it
he's
would be a miracle.
63, but it takes time until you know each
Yeah,
other, and then you
yeah.
build relationship, then you do all document stuff, and then you move, and then all of a sudden you're already 70, and
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, so miracles can happen. It could be
But I
possible.
saw Indian man at 91, he becomes father for 6 times. So
Well, again, Indian culture. Indian culture is also about having babies, right? They have big families, and their culture is also very traditional. But I would say if you're 63, definitely you should look for an older lady, like as late as possible in childbearing years, So I would advise a man that's 63 that really wants this to choose a lady that's maybe 42, but she really wants to have children. So you'll be doing in vitro, right? But you have a real shot at it. She's late in the game, you're late in the game. So you'll be older parents, but you'll be a dad, you'll be parents. That's what I would suggest.
And again, even if it's scary number 63, but you don't know how a guy look, how his like lifestyle, maybe he's very active. Sometimes guys 63 but look, I don't know, like 50 or 45, so it's a lot. Also depends on, again, energy in the person, a level of energy, and like this.
This is a good comment, honey, the guy next door, because he's a Western man and he's, of course, thinking like a Western man. Here, there's a lot of Slavic and local men doing fine, basically. She works maybe 3 days a week. He works full time. It boils down to the couple and their willingness to make it work. Yes, I understand your point, valid point, but keep in mind, guys, you really need to keep in mind, in Slavic culture, typically, for the woman to work, it's her option. It's her option that the Ukrainian man gives to her. It's her choice. It's not out of necessity, because the cost of living is less in Ukraine. And I don't know, they live not on credit, they live within their means, and they live more simplistically, like a shashlik or a barbecue. That's a typical weekend outing, and it's $10. You buy the chicken, you buy the beer and the vodka, and the whole family goes out. For 10 or 15 bucks, the whole family has a barbecue, you know. And so it's not as they've learned to live more simplistically, and it's not so expensive, even though the salaries are so much lower. My experience in 6 years living in Ukraine is that the quality of life is actually better, despite the income being so much lower. Because the riverbank is just loaded with families having shashliks on the weekend. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's hard to find a spot, you know? They're out and they're enjoying their time. They're enjoying their time. What's the most important thing in life? Relationships, love. And they're enjoying their loved ones, you know? So I don't.
Great social. Yeah,
Very social.
friends, parents, you know, children.
I mean, my experience living in Ukraine for 6 years, the reason one of the reasons, Ukraine is so near and dear to my heart and Ukrainian people is because, in my fervent opinion, they figured this life out better than us Western people have. They figured out what's important, and they focus more on what's important rather than material possessions. So I guess I will kind of lead into the point of you guys that have been scammed and you think that Ukrainian women are materialistic and they're all about the Gucci, the Prada, the brand names and stuff like that. You're so far off. You're so far off the truth. You don't even realize it. You just had bad experiences. Why? Because what pond are you fishing in to catch your lady? You're in a toxic pay-per-letter scam pond. That's why you have this experience. If you go to the streets of Krishadek and just say hi in a coffee shop and you talk to her, you'll find out that's not her. You know, typical Ukrainian women are very down to earth, and certainly our ladies. You will also find out that most of them very pragmatic, simplistic, not materialistic, because that's your average Ukrainian woman. Not the exception; it's the rule. So. Yeah. So any other comments, questions, guys?
You talk about majority. As you said in the West, women maybe not so oriented on finance, but mostly on love. But, you know, if you talk about majority of the women, so in Ukraine you can find scammers, but we talk about most of traditional Ukrainian women, and they are different from.
Let's go back to the guy next door. It's always good to engage with you, guy next door. Read what it says. They do it as a compromise. Who they, men, I guess. I think as men, we need to find a woman who's compatible with our views. First mistake. Just find a woman who's willing to work. Problem solved. You see, guy next door, sorry, bro, but you're not going to be successful with a Slavic woman. I wouldn't bet on you. If we were at the races, at the horse races, or if we're in Vegas, I wouldn't bet on your success just based on that opinion of yours, because you're thinking like a Western man. You got to think like they do in their culture. Certainly, I mean, what's your age, guy next door? If you're, getting up there, if you're 50 plus and you're thinking like that, no, it doesn't work. You want the lady to have a child, right? And you're 50 plus and she's 38. And you want her to work?
He write that he wants a child. No. No. Why
what do you mean?
Decide about child?
No, I'm just saying. We're talking about having children, right? That's the topic of this live stream. So I'm just putting it out there, whether he meant that or not. I'm just saying, if you are wanting the woman to work and cover her 50-50, right? Her end of it, like we do in the West, it's just not. It's not the way the Slavic culture works. Do you disagree?
No, the question, why men want her to work? Yeah, if the purpose to cover 50%, it will be a very difficult journey for you to find a wife.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if the motivation, he wants her to work because she will be more smart, more adjusted to society, be social, and spend this money how she wants on her cosmetics or procedures. I don't know, doing boobs or okay, but it's another thing, and there is nothing wrong with this. He wants to help her to be more, attached to society where she lives.
Yeah.
So it's about.
It's a scammer comment. We won't engage that comment because we did a whole scam school 2 weeks ago. By the way, Scam School 2 is coming up on Mail Order Bride Scams YouTube channel on June 26th. It's the last Sunday of June will be Scam School 2. And again, last time we had 7 guys sharing their scam stories where you guys could engage them, ask them any question you want. And we're doing this to help all you guys out there that are being scammed on a paper letter site to dodge a bullet, to catch it. So I'm just kind of doing a plug for Scam School 2 coming up on Mail Order Bride's channel, which that channel is in the description below. You can click on the link and subscribe so YouTube will notify you when we go live on that one, because it got a lot of views and it helped a lot of guys. So we decided to continue with Scam School.
Can I add about work?
Yes.
Yeah, most of Ukrainian ladies, they want to work, okay? It's not like they, they don't want. But again, they want to work because they want to have some simple work that will not make them exhausted like a dog, so they will keep some energy to have, with pleasure to take care about family and provides everybody needs, to cook for loving, husband, children, and, to be that resort that gives energy to all family, yeah. And so job, definitely, some job that give her energy, not suck energy from her, right? And let's face it, a lot in Ukraine, a lot of very, very high educated women, right? And when they come to the West, they cannot have, the level of job that they have in Ukraine. They have to already educate themselves, to be able. So like when they come to they will work in McDonald's or where, they don't want this, So they want to have time when they can get, education to a certain level, they can do the same job that they was able to do in Ukraine, right? So, and it takes time, yeah? When she don't work, you have to be a provider, to make opportunity for her to be able to educate herself and have job that will be enjoyable for her, yeah? And not coming to a job because of need, yeah? To be like, I don't know, cleaner or...
to be a housekeeper or something like that. Yeah.
Just because.
Good point. Ukrainian women are not, they're not slack offs. They they're hard workers. And, a good Ukrainian woman, I always say, she wants to save your money, not spend it. Okay. That's a typical Slavic woman. I mean, I don't tell my Anya's frugal nature sometimes on the deal she gets because she doesn't like me to tell but she's a real saver. I'm the spender in the family. Also, Juan, thank you very much. If you guys could give us a thumbs up, yes, it would be greatly appreciated. If you could like this video, and if you're new to the channel, if you could subscribe. We promise to continue delivering you content that's going to help you first decide if a Slavic or a Ukrainian wife is right for you. And then 2, if you decide that you're man enough and up for the challenge, then how to be successful. And not just becoming a client. I'm always a promoter. Before you could go to Ukraine, now probably go to Warsaw, Poland. Lots of Ukrainian gals there. And just do street pickup. You can meet somebody that way. If you've got time on your hands, it is a time-consuming way to do it, but absolutely you can be successful. They're very open to a street pickup. So yeah, please subscribe if you are wanting to know about Ukrainian women, and how to court them and marry them.
Why don't talk about DIY versus Match Guarantee? You should mention before you will advise guys to come and do street pickup.
Yeah, well, if there's anybody that wants to continue on our DIY collection of data, we have 2 DIYs and 2 match guarantees, and we're tallying how much does it cost to be successful as a do-it-yourself to find your Ukrainian bride, and how much does it cost all in, including the marriage, for a match guarantee client. And I remember the numbers because I just talked to a client yesterday about it. I looked into the Excel spreadsheet, and I'll put the spreadsheet, I'll put it in the description below so you can click on it and you can look and see it's the client's full name, his YouTube video, so you can watch his video with his wife now and see the interaction. It's like full disclosure, right? So you understand these are real numbers, okay? It's 91,000 and 4.5 years, okay, for which, that's one. The other one is 17,501 year. Which one do you think is match guarantee? Which one do you think is do it yourself? All right, in comments. Which one is more expensive, do you think? Do it yourself or hiring match guarantee, working with us to find your Ukrainian wife? Maybe write in comments if you could. I'm just curious. What do you guys think is cheaper? And of course, the reason I'm doing this study is because I want to know myself. I want to know, I mean, I know which is more expensive and which is cheaper because I talk to guys all the time, right? Every day, every week, every month. I've been doing this for 6 years, right? I've talked to over 1,000 guys by now. So intuitively, I know which, but a lot of you guys think going on Ukraine date, for example, it's cheap. It's $20, $30, $40 a month. And you guys think that is the cheaper route because you don't have to pony up the $8,000 for match guarantee. And by the way, guys, our price is going up to $10,000 July 1st. So this will be just the public announcement of that. Okay, so if you want to become a match guarantee client and get our lifetime guarantee, unlimited dating, unlimited full team support until you get married, you're best to jump in before July 1 when the price goes up from 8 to 10,000. And I'm doing that just because inflation, number one, but more importantly, number two is that this journey got more intensive for coaching. So it's really because it's more difficult now. There's a certain strategy that works and it's working great for our clients that have onboarded during the wartime. But if you go the wrong path, you're doomed to fail. And there's a lot of other agencies out there that are promoting this other path. They're promoting this other path and it doesn't work. During wartime, it doesn't work. So we're just seeing a lot of coaching, a lot of guidance is needed for you guys to be successful during wartime. And there's a certain profile of man it fits well for dating in Ukraine or dating Ukrainians. Of course, not in Ukraine, it's under war, but dating Ukrainian women now. And there's a certain profile of man that has a low chance of success. And with him, after the coaching call, we suggest he waits until hopefully this war ends sometime soon.
So Joan guessed right. It's more expensive to do it yourself.
Yeah, one. And so, yeah, you were right. The DIY average right now is 91,000 in 4.5 years because time is more expensive than the money, right? You can't buy time back. And match guarantee average 1 year from meet to marriage on the two that are in the study so far, and the average cost all in, including the wedding, 17,500. Okay, so by quite a few fold cheaper going the match guarantee route. And I want to get more guys, and I will. I'll build that database, like that study database, bigger and bigger, because right now it's only 2 and 2, so not very statistically significant, you know, if you're a statistician. So I want to get that up to at least 10 or 20. But finding guys that are willing to kind of go on the study is a little bit challenging, because I asked for a breakdown. How much did this cost? How much so there's a breakdown on that Excel spreadsheet, which is listed in the description below. Okay.
Guys can fill out. Yeah. It's possible in this spreadsheet.
Yeah, quality is the number one. You know, you hit the nail on the head, Jack. Absolutely. Quality is number one. And this is a good time for me to put our lady quality control procedure up. Just so you guys know. Oh, I should get rid of Jack's comment first.
It's comments.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, babe. Yeah, so this that's scam survey. What am I doing? Oy, oy, oy. I'm fired.
Wait.
I meant to put this up. That went up for the first time. It's not supposed to be on this channel. I'll probably have to edit that out. It's supposed to be on, I disclosed the top 99 PPL scammers according to independent survey over a 5-year period on mail order bride scams in Scam School 1, which was 2 weekends ago. No, I wanted to put up this. This is our lady database quality control cycle. And this is the whole process, and I won't get into it now. I've done it in other videos, but we follow a system for onboarding our ladies, and not just onboarding, but the feedback loop for quality control, which involves personal contact with each client, each guy after every date. And so the guy ultimately reports back about the girl. Everything was good on the date. She was ladylike, polite, everything was great. Or did something happen? And on occasion, the girl does something completely inappropriate and we punt her. And any agency that says that doesn't happen to them, well, I think you get it. It's inevitable, no matter how good you are. And it does happen to us, but on rare occasion. It's not that often. So yeah, I agree. Quality is job one, absolutely. And I will say on that point, quality is job one. Guess what? The reason ladies sign up for us is because they know that you, our clients, you are quality. Because no guy is paying $8,000 or soon to be $10,000 to meet somebody that's not serious, right? They're paying that because they know that we deliver results in as quick a time possible. That's what we've established a reputation for. One of the highest, if not the highest, marriage success rates, and quick. Clients get married quickly with minimal number of dates because high quality ladies, high quality, serious gentlemen.
We even started to get requests from the Ukrainian refugees who moved now to USA, but different reason. One lady went to see her brother and then didn't come back because war started, and she said, "Can I join your agency?" And I said, "But you're in America." And she said, "But I don't know. I meet here cannot meet serious man who wants to marry. I want to get married, but they offer me different things, but not marriage." I mean, I see they're not serious. Yeah. George.
Oh, okay.
Did you see?
We got a couple of.
You didn't hear what I said.
I'm sorry, honey.
I said about the lady who was now in America. They wanted to join our agency because they say you to introduce, and they say it's a man who wants to get married. She said, "Oh, it's what I need,
Yeah. Okay. We should. Do you have her picture in here?
No, I don't.
Okay, we're just signing her up. But she lives in where? LA or where?
No, it's Florida.
Okay, she lives in Miami. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, she lives in Florida. She is a gorgeous girl. She's in her 20s, maybe upper 20s, something like that.
No, she's older.
Is she? Okay.
She's now going through registration with us. Yeah.
Okay. To me, she looked, my guess was 28. Okay, so she's a beautiful lady that's, say, 30. She's living in Florida for how long? Years?
No, not years. She moved to see her brother in...
how long she's lived in Florida?
For a few months.
Oh.
But she didn't come back to Ukraine. I mean,
okay,
not
so then it's not that
4
valid.
months.
Okay, can I move on? It's not that valid if it's only 2 months. Okay.
Not 2 months. War already more than 2 months. It's already half a year she lived there.
Okay, great.
Half a year,
okay.
But still.
So a half a year, and she hasn't been able to meet a serious American guy because she says they're not serious. So what does that mean? Guys, they want to bang her, but they don't want to get married. Okay, so the point is high quality marriage minded men that are good providers, they're also a rarity to the ladies. And so that's why what we do really works. It works shockingly well. Okay, I want to get...
Because two people meet with a serious intention of creating a family, yeah?
I want to get into this juicy one. This is going to be a good one. Mm-hmm. Depends on what your budget is. Meaning there are low budget brides from the village, for example. Also, there are pay per date agencies. Guys, there are hundreds, if not 1,000 plus. $100, it's the going rate for a date all over the villages. I mean, not villages, but small cities, like a Poltava, for an example. It's $100 a date. And that's what June 23 is talking about here. Providing a matchmaking in which you could also get lucky. Okay, I'm going to put the Mr. X series link, okay, in the description below this video. If you guys believe that, watch Mr. X. I'll also put the 3-part video series called I Fucked Up, part 1, 2, and 3. If you believe what's on the screen right now, you owe it to yourself to watch the I Fucked Up part 1, 2, and 3, and Mr. X 9-part series where he talks about he did just that and what happened to him. Okay, I will not get into the whole story because it's told it's told, what's the word? Completely, it's like fully told in those videos. And if you believe that, again, warning, warning, warning. If you believe that, you owe it to yourself before you go do that to watch those videos. That's enough said, because I tell all in those videos. And Mr. X tells you, okay, well, I'll just tell you this. Mr. X tells you how he dated from a small boutique agency in Poltava, okay? This beautiful young thing. And he's handsome himself. He's 35, lots of money in the bank, makes an excellent living, 6-pack abs. It's kind of like the perfect bachelor for a woman, right? Good looking as well. And how he's dating a girl that admits on the date that she's not only married, but she's dated hundreds of men and been paid by this little boutique local agency. She's been paid to date these guys with a 20-year, 25, 30-year age gap, whatever. She admits it. So be careful. Choose, where you're finding your ladies to date very carefully, very wisely. Do your due diligence. Seriously. Okay, let's move on. Anna, show us a photo, please. Oh, of this beautiful girl in Florida now. Did I just break the chair? I heard a
break a
crack.
bed, break a chair. What else next?
Okay.
Please start to
Okay, time to go on a diet. Yeah, I've put on the pounds in Mexico. I'm embarrassed to say. Oy, oy, oy. Too much burritos. Okay, honey. Okay, which one? I think this cannot be.
Over 16 minutes, Let's start already.
Mm-hmm. Are we over?
Yes,
we're
1
over.
hour.
Okay, let's end the poll now. I'm going to press the end poll button. So if you haven't voted, vote now. But we are at 57% no, but 43% out of 42 guys. So out of 42 votes, 43 guys have voted. So that's what? 16 guys? No. You guys have voted that you're like me. You're over 50 and your heart's desire is to have a family. 42 times, 43%. So that's 18 guys. Yeah, 18 guys live with us right now. So 18 of you guys want to have a family, want to have a child with your beautiful Ukrainian wife, and you're over the age of 50. So there is a big market. There's a big market of guys that have this dream. And if you're just tuning in, please watch this video in its entirety. And if you want me to do another video talking more in-depthly on how to be successful, finding your soulmate and starting a family with her, having your own biological child, I won't say it's an easy journey. You will probably get it wrong. I'll tell you honestly, if you don't have coaching help, you will probably make a lot of mistakes. Whether you have the time to fix those mistakes or not, we'll see.
I want to add.
Yes, please.
If you meet the lady who often have children and you will hurry up her, she can have an idea that you with her because she's baby machine. You don't love her, you just want to get baby, like this. And this can be big thing for her. You need to make sure for yourself it's right. It's your love, and it's desire for both of you, sincere desire, and not to rush thing. Yeah, because you don't want she to feel like it's like it's your last chance to have baby, and she's your instrument.
Thank you, baby. Listen, I just want to, this is not appropriate for this channel. But in terms of this comment, UBA stands for Ukraine Brides Agency. It's a big agency now. They're quite big, out of New Zealand. They have 30 plus affiliate agencies, so they don't have their own ladies. And there is a gentleman that is a client or past client of this company that will be on Scam School 2. Scam School Part 2. If you're dating or seeing a lady from UBA, you should watch his story. You can ask him questions live on June 26th, Sunday, June 26th, 11 a.m. Eastern time, or no, noon Eastern time, starting till 5 p.m. It's 5 hours of live streaming. Oy, oy, oy. That's what we did 2 Sundays ago. And we will do it again. Scam School 2. It's not on this channel. It's on Mail Order Bride's YouTube channel, our other channel. And that link to subscribe is in the description below this video. So go subscribe so that YouTube will notify you when we go live for Scam School 2. And I know at least one guy is sharing his story. And if you would like to share your scam story, the winner will get a big prize. Okay, so we're having a prize raffled off to only those guys that share their story. Last time there was 7 guys that shared, and one guy won a big prize worth thousands of dollars. So email us if you want to tell your scam story. Just write in the subject line, Joe, I want to tell my scam story, and email joe@matchguaranty.com and include your phone number, because I will call you. We will talk about it before I sign you up. So thanks for being with us, guys. And thanks again, Jack.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your support and nice words, and congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. So please, again, if you're a believer, if you could hold us up in prayer, that would be awesome. We could use your prayer on this journey to do IVF, to get a little boy or girl, whatever God sends our way, we will be very happy with. So thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time.
Sunday.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Yeah, 11
And
Eastern.
good luck on your journey looking for your soulmate,
Yeah.
and starting a family with a beautiful Ukrainian wife. Good luck.
Bye-bye.